put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me the feelings start. I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me
All right, guys, sorry for the delay. I'm having major technical difficulties. I'm just going to leave it on autopilot during qualifying is live right now. Give me just 2 more minutes or so while I sort everything out, and should have everything smoothed out. All right, there we go. I think I have everything ironed out now. No, I was not muted, Durasso. Yeah, man, so many problems getting everything up and running. I had to restart the stream like 3 times to get to connect to Kick. Just lots of technical difficulties, but we are up and running. I just really need a new PC. As you can see here, everybody's struggling from the wets. Let's get the timetable showing here. There we go. I am back, Miguel. sorry for the delay again. But yeah, we are up and running. Unfortunately, only 4 minutes left in quali since I've been here. But currently got Luke Lizama in P1 with a 152. That is, I mean, it's wet, so I actually don't know if it's a good time or not. I can tell you it's earlier today in the GT2, the weather was not like this at all. It was almost completely dry I mean, there was no rain and basically dry track for qualifying. And then rain like 10 minutes into the race. So looks like it's a little bit different today. But let's see. You got Luke in P1, Castro in P2. That's a name I'm not familiar with. Phil Singer in P3, Mustillo in P4. Curious to see. Looking up and down the list, I don't see Justin Turek. Let me look at my leaderboard here and see if he's even in the lobby. If I can get my mouse, there we go. My slow-ass computer, there we go. I do not see Justin Turek in the lobby, so no Justin today. I'm sure he'll be using his buy round for this. No, must be something that came up. There's one reason or another he can't attend. Unfortunate, as I know, I was making the graphic for my weekly standing graphic, and unfortunately my computer crashed while I was making it, so tried to scramble through and get it done in the hour before the race during the practice session, but unfortunately I was not able to get it done. But I know Justin is like 20-ish points behind Clayton in the overall championship. Servers haven't, there was I mean, I feel anytime a big update comes out, I notice ACC kind of gets a little wonky. I didn't have to mess with my settings after this most recent one, but I did after the one prior, so I'll do it, double check. Like this livery Neo Ericsson's rocking right now. That's a nice looking Porsche right there. Actually, Richard, you should take his livery and just replace Hikari with Harknet. You know, it's right there for you. It's perfect. Speaking of Richard, he's in the pits. And a GTR. I don't know how to do free cam, so I'm not going to mess with that. Oh, wait. No, I can get better cameras, though. Hang on. Okay, he's got a Fast and Furious. Well, technically Too Fast, Too Furious GTR. I like that. I like that a lot. We're not going to spend too much time on him, though, in the pits right now. But I like that livery. Looking good, Richard. I will say, I think the sponsors made it a little cluttered looking. Not saying you don't need the sponsors, but maybe place them differently. But definitely really like that livery. I know he just made some updates too. Made sure to have me resync it. All right. So we are on board with Luke right now, who's currently in P1. He's on a lap. We're not going to stay on board with him, though, as... Where's the excitement in that? He's already in P1. Rui Castro, though, who's only 0.02 of a second off. coming into the final turn right now, about to cross the line. Will it be enough? Castro on provisional pole by 0.07 of a second. Now we will hop back on board with Luke, and Luke spins! Oh no! Oh no! Still front row though, so far. Let's see. Clayton is in the pits. Jake Finn is not. He is 0.4 down currently. So not looking like he'll be... He's 0.4 down on his best lap and 0.5 off of pole, so it doesn't look like he'll be threatening it. Autocam just took us to Neil Erickson. He must be doing big things. Yes, Miguel, it is. It's going to be a close race between those two for sure. I know Luke. Been going through some similar struggles to myself, picking up massive amounts of penalty points. Hopefully that won't come to plague him today. Hopefully we'll be seeing some nice clean racing. It is wet, you know, so that's going to play a huge factor, obviously. Wow, love that purple McLaren Murillo. Love that color. Woo-hoo! I got to make me a purple one. Purple's my favorite color. All right, I'm gonna throw up the sponsor screen real quick, guys, and we will be back with the grid walk as soon as it lets me back in. All right, guys, let's get this grid walk going here. Let me just, there's the button. start. It always jumps me to the back, but it should jump us to the front in a second here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got Rui Castro in the McLaren up front. Loving that livery. Looking like very techy. Luke Lizama in the BMW in P2. These guys separated by less than a tenth of a second. Clayton Filsinger in P3. Don't count him out in the Aston Martin. He's been a hot contender season after season. Jake Finn. Don't know much about him. I think he's relatively new, but in 4th place in a McLaren as well. David Mastillo in P5. Paul Mariage in P6 in that lovely blue and magenta Lamborghini. Steve Sloan in the... Liking that McLaren livery right there with the skeleton on it. Why can't I have fossils? There we go. Bonus Charles in the red Ferrari. Neo Eriksson P9 in the Porsche. Again with that lovely livery. Richard, seriously, just look at that Harknet right there. Dean Solomon P10, familiar position for him. I feel like he's always in P10 or 9. Andres Murillo in that lovely purple McLaren. Ooh, doggy, I love that thing. Phil Cryotheos in P12, our Odyssey Esports driver. I'll touch a bit more on how to get lessons from him, improve your lap times. Guillermo Perez in the NSX in P13. Kyle White in the Mercedes in P14. Busy Bubbly getting back in the swing of things in P15. Neil Barovitz in P16 in his Lamborghini. And here he comes, Richard Harknett in the dope Too Fast, Too Furious GTR. Kenneth Mateo in the BMW. In P18, Ian Luscombe in his signature pinks in the Lamborghini. In P19, Abdul in P20, not as far up the board as I would have expected to see him in that Mercedes. Same thing for Derek Anderson in P21 in this Lamborghini. Would have expected to see him a little further up at the grid as well. Ryan Luke in P22 in the Ferrari. Nicholas Selig in P23. Joe Connolly in P24. And I don't think, it looks like we might have one start from pits, Cooper Tokine. Toki, I'm just going to say Toki. Cooper Toki starting from the pits. But all right, guys. Let's get Helicam, watch these guys get ready to line up here as we get ready to come into that final turn. Justin shouts out to Mariage. Justin, where you at? Why you not racing? Miguel shouts out to Castro. Also says the best livery is for the GTR is the Gran Turismo one. With the raffle base, I'm assuming is what that is. The chat's just not displaying it right. I'm not sure I'm familiar with what one you're talking about. I don't know, man. I like that one, but I don't think it looks so great on that model GTR, the older body style for sure. Awesome, awesome. Love to see you showing support for your boy. I'm trying to get my friends to pop back in the chat. They used to be in there frequently. All right. It's wet. It's a smaller grid than we normally have. Surprised, actually, at the size of the grid. Was expecting a little bit more, but yes, boogity, boogity, boogity.
Line, go, go, go.
Green flag is waving, and we are racing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, server acting weird off the bat. Luke, looks like he covers Castro off. Clayton, trying to find the safe spot. Jump on the Helicam and big collision. Oh, man, this could be a red flag. Oh, it's getting worse in the back there. It's getting worse. I would expect that to be a red flag. But we'll wait and see. Let me hop on board. God, my computer's slow. I mean, everybody's getting sorted out now, but... No red flag yet. I don't think they're gonna flag it. It's weird being able to hear the rain so well, like when it's quiet in these shots, because I always play the game and I'm in the car. So, yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Miguel. By this time, if it's not red flagged, it's not getting red flagged. But hey, it's weird having those quiet shots with the rain. It's almost awkward. It's almost awkward. You do any racing yourself, Miguel? What camera shot is that? Come on. All right, let's see if we can get some other action going on here. Here's a nice smattering. Oh, get the front guys. Get the front guys. Who we got? Abdul up to P9 already, so he negotiated those first turn shenanigans quite well. Hitman, how's it going? Great to see you in the chat again. Miguel, or if you're not in ORL already, you should hop in. We've got a rookie division. I'm not sure your skill level, but rookie division, obviously pro and AM division as well. But yeah, we welcome everyone of all skill levels. The more the merrier, always. Also probably a great time now to mention, we also offer a lot of, coaching and stuff. Obviously any of the guys just in the server, if you befriend them, might give you some tips and coaching sessions, obviously for free. But we also, like, for example, our Patreon. One way to show support, we got multiple tiers of membership on Patreon. Some of them come with coaching sessions from just the guys in the league, and then some of them, big spin in the background there. See if I can get that. Some of them come with the higher tiers, come with coaching from the esports coaches like Phil Cryo. As we get the replay, let's see. This is car 26. I think that's bonus. Keeping it pretty clean there. Keeping it pretty clean there. I don't think that's on bonus. That's on whoever's in that Porsche for sure. I understand time. Lack of time also. I totally understand that. Now with the addition of the GT2 championship, I will say we've got quite a few more races, gone days and times of the day going on, so there might be one you can make fit, but absolutely understand that. Keep an eye out for us doing one-off special events and until you're able to participate more. And hopefully we can get you in some of those. We've got Nova putting hearts in the chat for Mateo. See him in P12. I feel like he's moved up. Let me see. Yep, 6 positions from where he started. Currently trying to hunt down Richard, who's also moved up quite a lot, obviously with those big accidents in turn 1. Lots is going to happen. Yeah, no, but to touch back, Miguel, on that coaching. So I'm on the premium tier. I forget what it's actually called, but so I got the esports coaching from Phil, and after every session, I've saved 3 seconds a lap, 3 seconds a lap off my time. Now, unfortunately, I'm not so great at following people. So I pick up a lot of penalty points, but he's got some ideas he thinks will help me with that. So I'm excited to try those out as well. So definitely anyone looking to up your game, definitely take a look into it. And I can tell you without guaranteed that it is cheaper than if you were to actually go like pay for a lesson from someone. Yeah, true. The track isn't flooded. Looking at the weather. Oh, I just realized my overlays aren't showing. What the heck? Oh no, I was just looking at my... I was just looking at the actual track. Actual game. Looking at the weather too, it looks like it's gonna stay wet, at least for the next 30 minutes for sure. Very different from the GT2 race today, which like I said, was dry, and then the start of the race it started raining. I thought I was gonna have more time on the slicks, so I tried to at least wait till the pit window opened up to go to the wets, and I think I should have, even with the having to pit again, I think I should have pit. Where's my ha-cha-cha? There we go. Get an update on our leaders right now. As Miguel points out that they are passing some blue flags on, and again, on wet tracks, I mean, especially, yeah, with wet tracks, I mean, we're 3 laps in, that'll happen for sure. Especially with these 3 now. I mean, Luke and Clayton. And Justin, who I don't think ever told me why he isn't racing tonight. These guys are freaking fast. Actually, Paul too. Let's not count out Paul. Where's he at? I don't see him. He's down in P14. Paul's usually insanely quick as well. But yeah, these guys are basically robots. Looks like your boy Castro and Clayton got some words to say to each other. Not actually words, but I mean, they're keeping each other honest for sure coming through the corners. Yeah, and that is a good point. Their top 5 are, I mean, you know, these 3, you expect them to be stretching their legs, but Mustillo and Finn are sticking right with them. A little bit of gap to, I believe that's Sloan behind them. Yep, in the red McLaren. I'm gonna throw on autopilot for a while so we can get some overtake action going, hopefully. As it's much better at catching the potential overtakes than I am. Ooh, and we get, oh no, Mateo. And who was that? I didn't see. Bubbly? I think that was Fizzy Bubbly. Yeah, going off there. Ian Luscombe looks like made it past Solomon somehow at some point. Trying to defend from him now. Now we're on board with Mustillo, and it's just hopping back and forth, not really helping me with... Thought I had my settings good. All right. Trying to figure out... Really, I don't really want to focus on his proximity. I think this is adjusting my settings for my autopilot, but I'm not sure. Let's see, anybody else on track looking crazy? Not really. At this point in the race, guys have probably settled in. We got Guillermo Perez hunting down Cryo right now. Cryo's got a 5-second penalty. Ericsson 5 seconds. Solomon 15. Murillo 10. Selig 15. So quite a few penalties already out there on the board. We got Mustillo hunting down. No, that's not right. Why does it say that's Mustillo? That's not Is that Mustillo? Yeah, that's Mustillo, but that's not Filsinger. I'm not sure what car that is. Let me get... Oh, wait. I know how to figure this out. Is it one of these? Yeah, this is one. Okay, so now we can see that's Connolly. So this will be for position, though. Murillo and that purple McLaren has a 10-second penalty. Nice little cluster here. This will be fun to watch. I'm sure something will come of this in a second or two. Got Selig, Anderson. Let's take a look at their lap times as well while we're watching these guys. So Connolly, 56.4. Selig behind him with a 55.9. Murillo in front of them with a 2-minute. And Anderson with the 55.9 as well. So Murillo kind of holding up these guys, based if we're looking just based on pace. But I guess my camera hopped on board with cryo. I'm gonna have to turn off autopilot, and try to do it myself because autopilot is letting me down right now. Where were we? We were here with Connolly. God, we were here with Connolly. There we go. And also, chat, anybody watching, if you want me to hop on board with anybody, give them a shout out. I'm happy to do so. I'm doing this all for you guys to view. Well, I guess I'm doing it for the racers as well when they watch the race back. But yeah, doing this, I mean, mostly for you. You guys are what makes it fun for me. So thank you for chatting with me. And on that note, if you want to show some love, in addition to those Patreon memberships, which I mentioned earlier, coming with multiple levels of coaching, custom liveries, and so much more. We've got, obviously, YouTube. Like the video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Should have a pretty cool sound that plays as well, if you do so. And then a Kick. We're just started new on Kick this season. I'm trying to get to 75 followers by the end of this season. Only got a couple more races to do, so I think we're sitting close to halfway there, just a little bit under. So obviously that one's huge, guys. The Kick platform really nice. I really like it, but I mean, it's cost nothing. It means a lot to us. So if you guys don't have a Kick account, go make one. Give us a follow. That'd be big. All right, let's see what else we can have. Is unfortunately nothing. These guys are doing a great job of racing clean. No one's pushing it to the limit, trying to make a miracle pass or anything, which is certainly something I struggle with. If I catch up to the car in front of me, like the mental thing I'm trying to get around is you don't have to pass the car just because you caught up to him. Like, sit and wait for the safe time to pass, because I keep trying to get around, send it too much. So these guys, great on them for keeping it clean so far. Another thing for those of you that don't know, we do have a mandatory pit window. It'll be 20 minutes. It's in the middle portion of the race. So 6 minutes from now. Tires are not mandatory. Fuel is mandatory. I mean, you have to take a minimum of 1 liter of fuel, but there is a minimum pit stop time now of 24 seconds, actually, I believe. So it brings a little bit more play, like tires become more viable and stuff like that. Obviously, it's rainy, so I don't know if anybody will be taking tires. As we see Ericsson looking to make a move around Abdul right now, and these guys are not racing against each other. They are in 2 different positions. That's another thing if you don't know. So you see on your timing tower on the left-hand side there, the drivers with the white number plates are going to be the pro drivers, and the drivers with the gray number plates are going to be the AM drivers. All right, I got one overtake on stream. Let's go. Already doing better than autopilot. Let's get another one. Yes, yeah, no, I agree, Miguel. Most of the time, putting tires on is worth it. Absolutely. That being said, there are certainly positions that are won and lost in over 4 or 5 seconds. That difference that it'll make. So certainly if you're a tire whisperer, Track dependent for sure. You might not need to. As we get some action here, Castro all over the back of Luke coming through that chicane. I'm not sure I don't know much about the BMW. I don't know what its strengths are. I know Luke normally drives the McLaren, so I think he just switched to the BMW. And the McLaren, I know, Monza is a good track for it. Although it doesn't like slow speeds, which it does have a couple slow speed corners, but the high and medium speeds, it eats up. BMW is a really consistent car, okay. And Clayton's still in the background. Clayton is the current points champion leader. From where because I can remember, unfortunately with 6 concussions, I can't remember the entire standings, but I can remember that Clayton had 152 points. Justin was in second place with 126. I don't remember who was after that. I think Finn's in fourth. Finn's in third or fourth. Oh, Clayton's got to be up there as well. So Murillo giving us a little glimpse that he's got it. He can take it to him. The guy's doing Luke doing a good job of defending so far. Julius Tan says the BMW just got a power nerf with the patch yesterday. Curious if anyone had time to adjust. That'll be interesting. I wonder if Luke knows about that. I mean, Luke's pretty nerdy in that regard, so I would imagine he would know. Man, look at that. Can you guys see this? The like trailing effect? Anybody know what setting that is? This is annoying me. Like on some of these corners, you can like see the ghost of the car almost behind it. Like right there, you can see it. It might be just the rain. It's probably because my PC is so lame and the rain. Let's see if we got anybody else putting up a fight. Here's a smattering. Mateo's got some fans in the chat as well. He's leading this cluster of cars, but behind him we've got Kyle White, Richard Harknett, and Ian Luscombe. All pretty close together right there. Miguel says it's volumetric fog. I'll have to try mess around with that. Thank you. I'm not a nerd. I mean, like, I am a nerd, but I am just not. For someone that does streaming on a computer and so much computer gaming, I am not computer savvy at all. Little 4th and 5th action between Finn and Mastillo. Again, everybody keeping the gaps, a second or two, which is nice. It certainly makes it fun racing. We'll shout out these guys in the back, Connolly and that Barovitz. Yeah, Barovowitz. Sitting back here. It's nice to like see stuff like this. I know when I'm in, it's boring when you're in the back and just got to race by yourself the whole time. You're hoping something happened to someone to make it more exciting, give me something to race for. So it's good to see. I got another cluster. Actually, these guys are pretty close here. It's Bonus Charles and Derek Anderson all the way in the back here. Having a tough race for these guys.
Pit window is opening.
And the pit window is now open, folks. I feel like Bonus is going to make a move. I mean, he's all over the back, but again, these guys are smarter. And my first racing game was also F1, so you know, I'm used to, I learned DRS, ERS, you know, boom, overtake, like, you know, you know, this is my, I think, 3rd season now in ACC, maybe 2nd season, might just be my 2nd season, and, I think it's just my 2nd season. It's certainly a different skill set, different techniques required. I can give you that information, no problem, Julius. The leaders are running. We'll just hop on board up with them right now. Luke Lizama has a 53.2, and Castro has the fastest lap of the session with a 52.9. So 3/10 in the bag on Luke right there. And that's what I mean. That's not enough really to overtake, I would say, without help from a mistake, or, you know, some slow car, a blue flag car or something, you know what I mean? Miguel says it's like NASCAR. That's one style racing I've yet to do. I would love to do. I think would be really fun, actually, since getting my sim rig. My understanding, the only real way I think you can get a good NASCAR racing is iRacing, which I don't have, and it would be really expensive. And from what I understand, the actual NASCAR games got bought by some really lousy company and have just been shite ever since. But yeah, I do think NASCAR would be fun. Obviously, I'm sure there's some ACC mod or AC mods. Doing your first NASCAR race. I'm assuming Gateway is the track on R Factor. Okay, R Factor 2. That's a game I know a lot of people play, but haven't gotten into as well. Let's try and find some more action. Not really anything going on other than these two. We've got these two, and we've got 6 and 7. And we have these two in the pits, and it looks... Who is that? Who is that? That's Derek Anderson. Oh, that was Selig, not Bonus, I think. No, they both have red Ferraris, but that one's got the white stripes, so that was Bonus earlier. That's exactly what I was just... he says you have people pitting as well. That's exactly what I was looking at, trying to catch these two. See if anybody was going to get the jump on the pit. I'm not sure who went in first, though, but I think it did happen. Let's throw on autopilot at this point, see if it does me justice this time. There he is, Phil, up to P5. Phil, he's mentioned to me many a times, he's... you know, he qualified in P12. It's been an Achilles heel of him, the single lap pace, trying to qualify further up the grid. But he always moves up. Throughout the race. Now he's got a 5-second penalty, unfortunately. Perret 2/10 behind him. So he's going to be, you know, behind Perret when they do come into pit. And I'm sure Perret knows that, so he's not gonna... And speak of the devil, here we go now. So into the pits, good job getting it stopped there. Cryo will hop on board with Abdul, who's being followed by Fizzy Bubbly. Fun fact, actually. As you see Fizzy all over the back of Abdul making the move. Cut, camera, cut! What are you doing, camera? These guys doing a real job of keeping it clean here, and Fizzy gets Abdul on the inside. Nicely done. But I actually met, I can't remember, Abdul might have been in the lobby as well. I'm pretty sure it was for sure Fizzy. I think Tyler was in there as well, but this was years ago at this point. Just in an open lobby. Right when I first started, like just got my sim rig, started playing F1, and had like just learned leagues are where all the real racing happens. And they invited me to join. At the time, it was Fizzy's server, Fizzy Bubbly's server in F1. And how things have grown now to what they are now. I mean, that back then we were struggling to get 20 people to fill a grid. One grid for F1. Miguel saying it's undercut time. Let's see if it works. So Cryo did have that 5-second penalty, and Perez stayed out. So we'll keep an eye on those guys. And speak of the devil, Cryo still has the 5 sec. What is going on? Were we not on board with him into the pits? We totally watched him. I swear we watched him go into the pits. Luke is now P15. But he has pit. That is why. So Luke's shooting for the undercut there. I swore we watched Cryo go into the pits. I am just so confused by that. That was Luke we were on? Okay, so when it's in that first person cam, it must have switched cars for me. It's cars and I didn't catch it. Thank you for letting me know. It's Cryo and Perret. Oh, excuse me, giving us a nice little battle right now. Mr. Whiskers, my co-commentator. Not gonna meow. Give us a meow. No, fine. Couple more penalties on the board now. Kenneth Mateo, unfortunately, I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's Kenneth. I'm pretty sure it's Kenneth. Unfortunately, picking up 20 seconds. Dean Solomon, 15. Paul Mariage with 10 seconds. He is up to P7 now, so good on him there. Neo Erickson with 5, Cryo with 5, Mario with 10, Bonus Charles with 5, but he just serves that, as I mentioned that. Yes, Castro is on clean air, and Castro into the pits. Castro into the pits, and where is the man? Luke is just about halfway around the track right now, so I think Castro's gonna have some breathing room. He's in P14. And my autopilot just jumped me onto someone else. Okay. Forgot to turn off autopilot. Where did Luke go? All right, where's our boy Castro at? There he is. Exiting the pits. Where's Helicam? There it is. And Luke's still a ways back. There's Mario. We'll stay ahead. And Mario, these guys are racing for position. Mario will be getting blue flag though, so he should let him through at some point. Yeah, I agree. Luke did lose a ton of time. Let's see. Luke's number 2. Let me see if I got a yellow flag. Here's a yellow flag for him. What was the yellow flag there for? Okay. And it doesn't look like anything else involving Luke, so... maybe traffic? Because Luke is 15 seconds behind Castro as we see Castro get a nice move done on Murillo there. All right, now that things have mixed up, we should at least get some overtakes. They might not be for position, but we should get some nice, clean action going on. We've got Anderson right now being chased by Bonus Charles. Oh, and we've got a yellow flag. But it's a car in the back, so I'm not going to jump on it. Doesn't look like they collected any other cars as we see him maybe getting side by side here. Bonus. Oh, good job at not taking him out there. Going a little wide there. Bonus taking the harder line for sure. None of these guys have penalties. Well, they've served them at this point. Most of the racers now have served their pit stop. Castro is in P1 of racers that have pit, obviously. I agree with you, Miguel. He definitely lost too much time in the traffic. Let's see, Castro's got a couple more slow cars coming up. Oh, wait, no, that's Finn. Sorry, I'm looking for P7. Here he is. I mean, Castro's got... he's got a couple cars in front of him. But there's only 7 minutes left in the pit window, so... I mean, there's really only one car he might catch during that time that could slow him down a little bit. So it's going to be on Luke to do the work. For sure. It definitely looks like Castro is the big winner in pit stop strategies. I got some hearts going off on my chat thing. I'm not sure what that means. But thank you for those. I'm not even sure, actually, that's another thing. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to say this right now. Kick, I'm so sorry. I think my chat isn't popping up for you guys. Actually, here, let me just pop up on Kick right now and say something. It's not popping up for you guys. Actually, here, let me just pop up on Kick right now and say something. No, it is not. Okay, so I'll keep the chat pulled up on my phone so I can see you guys. I'm sorry about that, Kick. I'll have to look into why that stopped working, because it worked last week. Can't put it like that, nope. All right, so Castro quietly out in front. Where's the action at right now, folks? Where's it at? Oh my, something just happened. Oh no, that's a pit, okay. Got Abdul hunting down Harknet. I think they both just came out of the pits. Perret has yet to pit, or is it actually in the pits right now? Cryo went for the undercut. I mean, don't know if went for the undercut is the right call, but let's see. He's in P8. Where are you, P8? Oh, he's not going to be a threat, I don't think. He's all the way out here. So, I mean, that 5 seconds obviously hurt, but it looks like, again, he lost the first in the pit. Heard of it? Words! Pit first. Is the big loser. Perez he's still in the pits. He's got to be exiting the pits right now. Still in P2. Oh, he's in P3 now. So big move for Perret with that pit strategy. They gained a couple positions. Andres Murillo, I believe, is the only racer yet to pit. He's in the pits right now, actually. Him and Paul Mariage. Let's try to find some action. Yeah, I agree, Julius. It looks like the overcut definitely was the optimal strategy. So for those guys racing in the Euro League, now granted, the weather could be a little bit different. Remember that, though. Here's a nice fight. Ooh, as they go side by side into the chicane, there's Murillo, Bonus, and Anderson keeping it clean. But I do believe Murillo was ahead of those guys coming into it. So he is the loser there. Miguel saying that generally the overcut works better in ACC because the tires, you got to get the tires up to temp, and that I can see that. That makes sense. Okay. Well, if you take tires, I suppose. All right. Let's check up with Mateo. I know he's got some viewers in the chat. Where you at, my dude? Oh, he might have. Oh, nope, there he is. I just couldn't find him. He is getting lapped by the leader right now. I'm sure he'll let him pie on this straight. See the blue flags waving there. Just lift off the throttle a little bit, let the other car around. Drive through for Paul Mariage. Whoo, that's big. I don't see an accident for him, though. I see an accident for 44. Do we even... I didn't think we had a racer 44. Maybe ACC... Oh, it's probably 442. That's what I'm thinking, being that I don't see an accident. I mean, it's wet, so... Track limit's gonna definitely be an issue. Durasso confirms drive-through was track limits. That's just salt in the wound, honestly, at that point. I mean, he's having a rough race. Paul's usually much quicker than this. I say, not knowing even where he is. Where is he? Oh man, he didn't. Did he serve it? I don't think he served it. Right, chat. Do you know it? Did he serve it? Did we see him serve it? I know we've got a rule: if you leave before serving your penalty, that's an added penalty. Yeah, that's right. I went to look for him on the timing sheet and couldn't find him, so... Paul clearly frustrated. Like I said, he's normally much quicker, further up the grid than he is right now. It was today, at least. And I'm assuming that drive-through is just the nail in the coffin. Let's see. Fizzy Bubbly is your AM leader right now. He's in P9 overall as well, so having a great race. Great time back. Haven't even spoke. I haven't even seen him in the Discord, actually, now that I think about it, since he's been back in the league. But, so I'm not sure how much racing he was doing before he came back, but good to see he's got the form for sure. Miguel says Paul did not serve the drive-through, so that may come back and bite him. No, it's frustrating when you get penalized and everything, but obviously we want to promote sportsmanship in ORL. And part of sportsmanship is attendance, you know? Seeing things through to the end despite it not going your way. Um, 15, 16, 17, still keeping it tight. Still keeping it tight. Luke is back in 13th. Let's take a look at if something happened to car number 2. I don't see any incidents, yellow flag, or accidents, so does not look like anything really happened. So not sure what happened to Luke there. But yeah, I was just taking a notice of that. You got Finn, Mustillo, and Clayton with a pretty tight-fought battle for P2 right now. And these guys, I believe, have mixed things up since we saw them last. I believe Clayton was in the front of them, and Finn was in the back of them. So a little bit of swap. Mustillo seems to be keeping the spot in the middle there. All 3 cars able to get around that blue flag pretty easily. No new penalties on the board. That's keep an eye on that, guys. That'll obviously be huge. 15 minutes left in the race. No one's going to be serving those, so those will be detrimental. Any of those get picked up. Murillo and Anderson. I do have I think it's Murillo accident, so I can pull that up actually right now. Hang on. Boop. Oof, oof. Taps you. I hope the stewards deem that a racing incident. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. And then that one happens. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I'm glad I saw that. That was really funny between Anderson and Bonus there. They like bonked each other and then bonked each other back into position. But then, unfortunately, yeah, that was rough. I'm not gonna tell what happened. Maybe a sync issue. Didn't look like anyone like lost control there. Hopefully, though, that incident with bonus. So, you see, drive-through penalty for Derek Anderson right there. Will be deemed a racing incident. Jake Finn, looking like he might stretch his legs a little bit. Clayton got around Mastillo while we were watching that. I was confident that wouldn't happen. But Mastillo is all over Clayton. So we'll definitely stay here. This is a battle for P3, folks. And chat, let me know if you want me to check in with any of your favorite drivers. So we get a battle between Sloan and Perret right here on track. Actually, wait. Here we go. Oh, I can get the overtake because I caught it in time. Perret all over the back of Steve there coming down this straight in that NSX. Great job carrying the speed through that back corner and into the home stretch. Well done. Haha, look at me. Look at me learning tricks. Oh, we got bonus Charles on one. Check this out, fam. Ha ha! I am the master of time. Trying to figure out where we are on track right now. I think this is the start of sector 3. Yep. Good exit there. And, I mean, on that long straight, it's all about who gets the better exit. Well done to get the move done cleanly. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. It's really just 4, 3, and 2. So stay here on these guys. And again, guys, we'll take this time to just shout out ways you can show love for the league. Obviously, like and subscribe to the video on YouTube. Kick, we're new on Kick this season, trying to get to those 75 followers. So if you even if you're watching on YouTube, just hop over to Kick real quick and give us a follow. That would be huge. We'd greatly appreciate that. And then lastly, but certainly not least, Patreon, multiple tiers of membership, multiple price points. I think they range from $3 to $50 a month, coming with multiple perks. We'll call them custom liveries, coaching, esports coaching. I should know more, but I don't. There's a couple other things. I think setups are involved as well. Yeah, lots of great things. And like I said, I've been using the esports coaching to shave 3 seconds a lap off my times. So great stuff there. And keep an eye out, guys. We will be having a 24-hour of Nordschleife once that gets released. Which, again, I did see, I think Forza Motorsport is going to have Nordschleife out this month. So you would expect ACC to want to stay competitive and release it around the same time. As we see Clayton turn the burners on and start going. He is about half a second faster than Jake Finn on their fastest laps. So, actually, I'm sorry. He's a second and a half faster on their fastest laps as we see him get the... Oh, boy. The stewards will have some look at... We're going to wait to see how this plays out, and we're going to get a second look at that as well. Because I wasn't even able to process what just happened. Clayton was trying to make a move, and then the blue flag came into play, and I think Finn couldn't get the brakes done in time. Clayton gets and is now out ahead as we see him slipping and sliding there. Now's a good time to jump back and catch that. They're saying the incident was on Clayton. Interesting. Okay, so Finn didn't hit him there. Okay. And Anderson just goes off to let them battle, let them by, because he's a good racer, knows what that's for, I'm sure. So that'll be interesting there. See what the stewards. I do think Jake braked a little bit too late. I agree with you there. I do think Jake brought a little bit too much speed in there. So we'll see what the stewards have to say about that. That one, my honest opinion, that might just be a racing incident. I would love to see that, just a racing incident, being the way these guys are battling. Miguel agrees, not penalty worthy. It has brought Mastillo back into the mix. Adds another layer of excitement. Always appreciative of that as we come into these final 7 minutes. Guys doing a good job too of not picking up any more penalties. It doesn't seem to have let up in the rain at all, so I'm sure that's the guys just getting used to the track, obviously, and then the cars getting lighter on fuel as well. Although, I'm sure most of these guys are running split fuel, so... Castro's still way out in front. Interesting, though, it says Castro has the fastest lap, but looking at my timing sheet here, Clayton actually has the faster lap. I wonder if Clayton didn't get it validated, if it wasn't valid. And let's see if anybody else has caught up to one another on track other than these guys. Not really. You got a little bit of 17 and 18 who they're actually about to run into there, which looks like that's Mateo and Selig. I'm learning. Look at me, guys. The liveries help so much. I'm a visual dude. Just under 6 minutes left. Ooh, we've got some action elsewhere. 13 and 14 here. That's Tokine and Luke Lazama. So Luke's struggling, and it looks like Toki gets it done. It looks like Luke might have just struggled on the brakes there. Maybe he led him around, but that was for position, so I don't think so. Maybe Luke's got damage he knows he's dealing with. Who knows? 15-16, pretty close here as well. That's Bonus Charles and Kyle White behind him. But then here's all the real action as we see Mustillo! Oh no, Mustillo! Oh no, Mustillo! And it looks like Clayton has kind of lost him. That's definitely an incident. We're going to pull that up and see what happens. That was Mustillo, who is car number 488, so that'll be number 4. Yeah, okay, so it didn't pop up. Yeah, this is an accident. It might count as this. Let's see. It's going to be the... Nope, that's Clayton. That's the Clayton incident. Okay. Fortunately, I got to wait for this to run through. Oh, no, I don't. I can just jump to this. No, yeah, no, I do. Never mind. Just happened to be on the same part of the track. All right, so this is what happened to Mastillo. No? Oh, no, of course. Sorry, someone else got yellow flagged right as I clicked on it, so it popped up with someone else. All right, make sure I click the right ones. This is what happened to Mastillo. Interesting. It looks like he got a little clipped. Almost by Jake there, but... And then, yeah, too eager on the throttle. Clayton flashing the car in front of him. Hoping he's going to let him around as he gets blue flagged. Good job of getting the car stopped, boys. Well done, well done. And that's, I forget who that is. That's Mateo and someone. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Mateo, and that's not Selig. Is it Selig? I can't tell who that is. Three minutes left, so probably 2 laps. As you see Finn try to clear the blue flags and hunt down Clayton, but traffic proving too much. I think that's going to seal second place in the bag for Clayton unless he goes off track. Fizzy Bubbly making a move on Steve Sloan. Steve Sloan is in the pits, so he took some damage, it looks like. Must have been some bad damage. Let's see, that's car number 5. Yellow flag. For him to have to come into the pits with such little time left. I mean, his car looks pretty beat up already, so he's probably taking some more damage. Doesn't hit a wall, though. Not sure why he would have gone into the pits. All right, who's going to be the late race hero? Looking at my track map right now. This is the battle, Sloan and Lazama. So we know Sloan's should have a repaired car now. He's coming through that chicane with authority. I don't think Luke's battling him at all. Nope, so... Interesting race for Luke. Never see him just sort of roll over like that. So must be, must have been struggling today. All right. And with that, I mean, unfortunately, there's going to be no down to the wire action. Everybody is very spaced out. There's our leader, Castro, making his way through the grid right now.
Leaders on final lap now.
Just started his final lap. I'm sure he's thinking he's got this in the bag. I mean, he's looks like a whole lap ahead of Clayton. I don't think it's actually a whole lap, but he's a ways up there. 17 seconds, yep. 6 seconds Jake has to Clayton behind the 6.5, so, you know, Clayton got to keep it clean, doesn't want to make a mistake, that's for sure. I mean, Even the 17 seconds, a big enough mistake could be costed by Castro here, but given the form he's shown today, I don't think he'll be making a mistake. I don't think Clayton will either. My cat is swatting the cars as they drive by on the screen. Well, some certainly exciting action here. Pretty clean racing, I would say. A couple incidents, but overall, great. I would say great racing from the boys. Especially given the conditions. Love to see it. As we see car 999 rounding the final corner here of round 4 at Monza. In Odyssey Racing League's GT America Pro-Am division. Rui Castro comes down the start-finish straight and claims P1 in round 4. Well done to you, Rui. Here comes Clayton, currently the championship leader. In P2, great race from you as well, Clayton. If I can get to him in time. Jake Finn in P3, great race from him as well. Like I said, he's in 3 or 4 in the championship, so that'll be big points for them. P4 across the line. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hop on board with Mastillo. Here comes Perret, great race from him. P5, excuse me, I believe that's quite a few positions up for him. P6, my boy Phil Cryle, the esports driver that will save 3 seconds a lap off your 3 seconds off your lap time if you sign up for that Patreon membership. Finishing in 6th place, closely behind him, Neil Erickson in 7th place. Fizzy Bubbly coming in 1st place for the AMs and 8th place overall. Well done to Fizzy. Love to see it. Welcome back. I believe that's bonus behind him. Richard in the dope GTR in P9. Great race from him. I believe he was down near P20. Abdul in P10. 2nd for the AMs. Great race from him as well. I know he was like 20 or 21st. Solomon, 11th. I think he started in 10th. And last but not least, if I can click on it, Tokine, P12. Can't remember where he started, but that's a great race, boys. Thank you so much for the excitement. Give me just a second, guys, and I will be right back with some interviews. That is right. I'm not sure if you can hear me over the music, but yeah, that is right. Togine did start from the pits. Great race for him. Clayton, I yoinked you. Are you there? Unfortunately, we can't get a hold of Clayton. Let me put him back. All right, Abdul, I yoinked you. Are you there?
What's up?
Yeah,
Hey.
all right. We got Abdul in the booth, guys. Abdul, P2 for the AMs. Pretty great race for you. How you feeling after today?
Not great. It was actually not really a great race. I missed my pit box, took tires by accident, and then smacked the second Lesmo really, really hard. Spun around and lost about 30 seconds. I got a lot of
Ah,
damage. I'm actually, it's miraculous that I'm P2 and I am. Like, should not have happened. Makes no sense, but I will take it.
absolutely. I guess we'll just, count that one off to, luck there. I mean, I was surprised to
Yeah.
see you. I know qualifying, I'm sure you were expecting to be further up the grid. I think you P21 for quality. That's pretty low for you.
Yeah, it's Monza's maybe one of my worst tracks in the game, if not the worst, and I've never raced in the rain before, so this is my first rain race ever. So it was just I just didn't have it, and then the last few runs I got in my own head, unfortunately, but I think it was a sort of a blessing because it kept me grounded, and so I was able to get a little bit faster throughout the rest of the until I smacked the wall, but still, we'll take it.
Yes. That that's just, I guess, the way wet racing will go sometimes. You had some good battles out
Yeah.
there with Fizzy for a little bit. I'm sure that was fun. How you
Yeah,
feel?
Yeah, Fizzy was great. He was on it today. I was able to sort of I'm not gonna keep saying it, but before I hit the wall, I was sort of keeping him at a distance, but he was getting about like a couple tenths per race. He would have gotten pretty close. But he just had it today. He was racing like a pro. He's always been a pro. I'm gonna make sure he moves up to pro. But he did a great job, and the Porsche is not an easy car to handle in the wet. I gotta give it to Hark did too. I was behind him for about 14 laps, and he just didn't fall under pressure. Just stayed in front, and then eventually pulled away at the end. So some really good racing from the guys.
Yeah, Richard. He started right way back there with you as well, and I think he finished just one position above you also. So great racing from him,
Yep.
for sure. Let's see here. I don't remember where we are next week.
Indianapolis. So
Indy. Oh, I've
Indy
never been there.
45 minutes, and then it'll be the 90 minutes of Red Bull Ring, round 6.
Yes. How you
Yep.
feeling about those?
I will miss Indy, so unfortunately that's probably going to cost me the AM championship, but it's not really my favorite track anyway. I know people who like sort of outdoor circuits like that tend to love like Daytona and stuff. Not really my thing, but it'll be a fun race, and 45 minutes means there'll be a lot more action. And then Red Bull Ring is new, so nobody knows what to expect with that right now.
I don't remember what the standings were, but I do remember you were at the top of the standings. I don't remember what your lead was, but I would assume with a drop round that would make you okay still.
No, so unfortunately I had to miss round 2 to Stewart. That's one of the sacrifices that the staff make in this league. And that means if I actually have to miss a race, it's a 50-point loss. I was hoping Cooper Takini, who started from the pits, would lose it today because he did start from the pits, but he raced a really good race.
Yeah,
and
he had a phenomenal race. I think he finished P12.
Yeah, really good race. And unfortunately, it's I needed something like 20 points cap on him, and so I have to get like another 15 points in the last round. So we'll see. It'll come down to the wire. Cooper's a great racer, so it'll come down to the wire.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to see that battle unfold for sure. And hoping for you, I guess hoping for the sake of competition that Cooper doesn't have a great week next week, so we can keep the battle alive.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cooper.
Yeah, sorry.
It's nothing against you. It's just for competition.
If anybody, I hope nobody goes back and watches my stream because I think the last 20 minutes I was just praying on Fizzy's downfall. I was just like, please spin. Somebody take him out. Spin into the wall or something. Like I was praying to God. I was putting in the prayers. I love you, Fizzy. But I wanted P1, but just some great racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's Abdul P2 for the AMs. We'll let you go with that, Abdul, and look forward
Thank
to
you.
seeing you not next week, but the week after.
See you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Clayton's unmuted now, so I'll try and grab Clayton now. Clayton, I saw you unmuted yourself, so I yoinked you again.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had just muted myself.
No worries, no worries. Pretty great race from you, P2. How you feeling about today?
Wasn't the strongest showing from me, I think. But I kept it as consistent as I could. I tried. I had to lower my pressures at the beginning of the race by quite a lot because I realized that it was quite a very light-ish rain, and it still wasn't enough. So as soon as the pit window opened, I had to dive in, grab some new tires at the correct pressures, and then after that, it was just damage control. Just fight as hard as I can to get back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's some pretty good battling with Mastillo and Finn there for a while.
Yeah, no, that was fun, and good racing, but from all of them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was certainly got a lot of screen time. It was a lot of fun for us to watch, for sure. And it's a very insightful information, guys. So coming from one of the best drivers in the entire league, you know, he's messing with his pressures. And you know, I definitely think. I mean, you could definitely tell you had a bit more pace in that second half. You definitely looked a lot more confident as well going around the track. Second stint.
Yeah, until the tires started falling off towards the end there, about 10 minutes left. Then it was, again, just more damage control. Just get through the scary bits safely and just finish.
Absolutely. I'm sure you'll still be leading the series after this. I believe you had 20 plus points on Justin, who didn't race today. So I'm not sure. I'm curious to see how that plays out with if he's still got a drop round available and stuff. But I'll be certainly looking for that battle to unfold here in the closing stages. We've got Indianapolis next and Red Bull Ring after that. How do you feel about those?
Indianapolis, I feel good about. I like the track. It's nice and flat. It catches out a lot of people. But I think I'll be able to do well there. Red Bull Ring is a completely different story. However, nobody really knows how the cars are going to do there. Nobody's really got, you know, a setup yet or anything for it. So it'll be exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Be looking for someone with your knowledge of vehicle tuning to maybe have an advantage at Red Bull Ring. But,
We'll just have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for stopping by, Clayton. I'll let you get back to it after that. You have a good one, and we look forward to seeing you in these closing stages of the championship.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, and I can yoink him. I'm going to yoink him. Fizzy, I yoinked you into the booth.
Hey, how's it going?
Long time no talk, man. Great race from you. P1 for the AMs, P8 overall. How you feeling?
Oh man, I am pumped. That was awesome. It was only my second race of the season. It's good to be back after being gone for like, what is it? I don't know, over a year. It's been awesome.
Hey.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Great to see you kept your form. I was telling the guys on stream, you know, it was actually you in an open lobby that got me into league racing and everything way back in the day. But I wasn't sure if you were keeping with it while you weren't with us, but glad to see you didn't lose it for sure.
No, yeah, I needed a little break, you know. I had a baby recently, so I took a little break and I'm back. I'm glad you're still in it too.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm thrilled to be here for sure. Definitely thrilled to see you there, and hopefully I can join you up in the league and once I get rid of my penalty points.
I'm sure that was a fun race to commentate. So I'm glad you. I hope you enjoyed that one.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a blast. Love seeing you and Abdul battle it out for a bit there. I know we got I got a couple overtakes of yours on stream, so
Well, I
definitely
hope you didn't get my spin. So, but
I think I did actually.
that one gave me a little bit of a heart attack. But we kept our head down and stayed in it.
Awesome, awesome. Let's see here. So you got how'd you finish last week? Or not last week, but last race. I can't remember. Just thinking.
I only
standings.
raced the first race. I think I was 8th.
8th. Okay.
I can't remember right now, but being gone for 2 races kind of puts me on the back burner there. I'm not sure if I'm championship contended material here, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep it going. We'll see if I can get to every race, and we'll keep it going.
Well, I know Abdul will be missing a race next week, so he's currently in P1, so he'll be missing out on those points as well, and he's already used his drop around to stewarding. So, you're certainly got the pace and form to move up the standings late here in the championship. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a West Coast driver. It's a little early for me, but we're gonna try to be there and see if we can climb up the ladder in the championship. The target is top 5 at least, so we'll see if we can get there.
Okay, yeah, I certainly think that's attainable, especially if you keep this form up.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully.
And we've got Indianapolis and Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Ring obviously being the wild card, with nobody having much experience other than in other games on. But how you feeling about Indianapolis?
I haven't had too many reps there. It's been quite a long time. I've driven the track a little more in some open wheel cars, so that experience will help me a little bit. But it's just gotta put the time in, get some laps down, and the goal is to finish. As long as you finish, you climb up there. There's accidents all the time, so keep it clean and keep moving up the order, and we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. We are looking forward to it as well. Well, good luck to you and the rest of the championship, Fizzy. It's great getting to talk to you. Hopefully I'll see you in the Discord.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for bringing me on here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great one.
Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys. And with that, let's see if I can remember all of our sponsors to give them a thanks. Okay, so shout out to Go Setups. They got all the setups for all the conditions, all the cars. You can buy them individually per car, or a monthly subscription just gets you everything. Track Racer, which is esports furniture, I believe. Yeah, it's esports furniture. Rigs, setups, and I believe they're actually coming out with wheels and everything this year as well. So keep an eye out for them as well. I believe they're on the higher end, but from what I saw, the stuff looked pretty good. And then we've got ACC TV and ACC Drive. ACC TV, if you want to do what I do, broadcast streams, fantastic. You can't not have it. You got to have it. And then ACC Drive, much better overlays for ACC information and stuff like that. And then we've got JW Designs. You want a custom livery made, check out his website. He's the guy to go to. And there's one more that's gold, and I can't remember it. Oh, man. That's pretty good, though. It starts with a G. I'm sorry. It's on our sponsor thing, so you'll see that in a second here. But, definitely check out all those guys. And, obviously, follow us on Kick. Like this video on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you're thinking about joining, please do. SimGrid, Odyssey Racing League. That'll have a link to our Discord and all the information. We'd love to have you. And I'll see you guys next week at Indianapolis. And don't forget to catch us Sunday. We have GT Europe, GT3, and then I believe Sunday night there is GT2 for America. I believe that one's broadcast, but I'm not positive. But until then, I'm Nate, and thanks for watching with me. You guys have a great one.